playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Play action, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. On fourth down, Stafford. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jets trying, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
We're scoreless after 1. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in struck.
Touchdown, Raiders! Cooper Kupp, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
Hey, we're 33.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Jets. Brandon Ayuk from 10 yards out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And the Raiders have got him. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Going up top for Kupp, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half, and the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Young Wei Koo set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard
line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The final shot before the break, Stafford. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On third down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And Chris Barnes there on the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Cooper Kupp saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Stafford now to throw. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing again is Stafford. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Anthony Schwartz, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Regular.
Mayfield on play action. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
On first down at Stafford. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now a give. Running left is Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Good gain there on first down. And keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Evan Ingram from 10 yards out. And the Raiders have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Koo now for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Raiders 42, Jets 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted ruins, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Play action. Stafford. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth. Again, it's Stafford. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a first down throw. Stafford. This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now it's Stafford. Touchdown! Will Dissly from 10 yards out. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
The Raiders take over first down 10.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.